Good morning, I'm Nashika, and this is chale.news for August 7th. 7 people are dead after a fuel tanker exploded on the Accra-Kumasi Highway. An NDC MP is defending $1.7 billion in gold program losses as deliberate, and 254 public institutions, including the BNI and the OSP, have been fined for a transparency blackout. Let's get into it. We've been watching the Accra-Kumasi Highway, and the news keeps getting worse. A fuel tanker exploded at Biramso Bridge on Tuesday, incinerating an STC bus and a Mitsubishi pickup. 7 people dead, 5 men, 2 women. What makes this even harder to sit with? It's the second serious crash at that exact spot in 3 days. Same location, 3 days apart. Something is deeply wrong there. On the gold bod front, NDC MP Adansi is now saying the $1.7 billion in losses from Ghana's gold purchase program were intentional. Built into the plan, he says, as a cost of restoring macroeconomic stability. Whether you buy that argument or not, the Bank of Ghana still hasn't disclosed how much capital went into the scheme, despite a formal demand from the NPP. Full breakdown on chale.news. 254 public institutions have been fined 20,000 Ghanaian cedis each for failing to submit mandatory transparency reports. Among them, the Bureau of National Intelligence, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, and all 5 teaching hospitals. The Ghana Police Service and Ministry of Education are repeat offenders. Let that sink in. The institutions meant to hold power to account are themselves dodging accountability. A year ago, 8 officials and military crew died in the Adansi Accra-Fum helicopter crash. Today, there are still no investigation findings. The NPP has formally demanded answers on both the probe and the anti-Galamsey fight. And on the eve of the anniversary, a fire tore through the family compound of one of the victims in Tamale, destroying 9 of 17 rooms. 2 schoolchildren inside were rescued. Firefighters arrived in 8 minutes, a painful week for that family. Meanwhile, in court, defense lawyers for Kwabena Adu-Boahene and Abdul-Hanan and Wahab are threatening to boycott their trials entirely if hearings proceed during the judicial legal vacation. They've petitioned the Chief Justice directly, calling the scheduling a breach of established practice. High-profile cases, high-stakes legal standoff. Bulldozers are heading to Laboma and Agbogbloshie as early as next week. The Greater Accra Regional Security Council says structures built on waterways are coming down, a direct response to the June 29th floods. Regional Minister Linda Oklu made the call after touring MMDs across Greater Accra. The demolitions are coming. 107,000 trained nurses stuck at home unposted. The health ministry says it has a plan, annual 2-batch recruitments, smaller training quotas, but no timeline, no funding figures. A plan without numbers isn't really a plan, is it? Good news for anyone who's ever been hassled at a Ghanaian airport. GACL is deploying mystery shoppers, and any staff caught extorting passengers will be named publicly and banned for life from all Ghanaian airports. There's also a hotline. 0542175636. Call, WhatsApp, or SMS. Use it. The 2026 BECE results controversy isn't going away. GNAT, Ghana's biggest teachers' union, is telling parents to stop speculating and file formal petitions to WAEC instead. More pointedly, GNAT is demanding WAEC explain publicly how it marked this year's papers. WAEC has not responded. Government-sponsored students in the UK pay attention. Between August 13th and September 4th, you must swear a formal oath of affirmation and complete a scholarship validation exercise at Ghana's High Commission in London. Skip it, and you risk losing future payments. Breach the oath, and you repay everything, with interest. The NDC has published its full internal election roadmap. Constituency nominations start in September, National Congress on December 19th. First major party to do this after the Supreme Court scrapped the delegate primary system. The calendar is set. History at KNUST. Jude Michelle, third-year political science student, has been elected the 66th SRC President, only the second woman ever to hold that title. She beat 15 male rivals by more than 6,000 votes. That margin says everything. The Black Queens face Mali on Thursday, and here's the rule that could send them home even with points on the board. Zambia collected 6 points in WAFCON Group C but still went home because CAF's tiebreaker looks at head-to-head goals scored before overall goal difference. Nigeria and Malawi both advanced on the same 6 points. Ghana needs to know this going into Thursday. Full breakdown on chale.news. FIFA's Gianni Infantino has survived his boardroom revolt for now. His management board met in Rabat and declared full support one day after the Secretary General called the privatization crisis sad and reproachable. Here's the catch. Only a full FIFA Congress can actually remove him. Political backing isn't the same as constitutional safety. That's your August 7th digest. Chale, there's a lot moving today. Head to chale.news for the full reporting on every story. I'm Shika. Stay informed.